some reason, people just let go and they find the humor in it all. They say, yes, we're in a major catastrophe, but there's some fun I can have in it, whether it's sledding down a hill, throwing a snowball on an unsuspecting person, or lending a helping hand and kind of getting a kick out of that.
He is a man alone on an island. An island of ice and snow.
Got him that time. He ain't that big. A little feller. I usually throw one size back, but don't. You'll find his way back in there in a minute.
Steve Eckert stands in the middle of his sister's pond just off Grant Line Road outside of New Albany.
It's a good bait, you know, if you're a bluegill fisherman up through the spring while the water's cold.
He is an avid hunter and fisherman, but it's the first time he's ice fished in 5 years.
I'm catching a lot of little ones today. I got a few back here.
First time in 5 years it's gotten cold enough for the ice to hold him.
I like to get in some of them big bluegill I caught yesterday.
Eckert fished all week long, even on those frigid days. Took his ice auger and made himself a hole. Figured since I was out here, I'd have Steve teach me a little bit about this sport. How am I doing so far?
Oh, you're doing fine.
You know, I figure if somebody'd come out and drill holes for me like Steve did, and I could just kind of show up, not have to carry any equipment and leave when I get ready, I could get into this sport a little bit.
The Ohio River is almost frozen across. A beautiful sight for most, a challenge for Charlie Fort. A snap of the coat, his pack from the trunk, and the ice skater's equivalent of a life preserver.
It's an ice awl.
A pick meant to pull him from the icy water should he fall in. If you haven't figured it out yet, Charlie's going skating.
I suppose you do it because it's there and it's a challenge.
He glides away from the dock, the frozen field crackling as he goes. The ice talks to him.
Ice is like a rattlesnake. When it's too thin, it will crack, and in other words, be telling you, don't tread on me. To me, it is a wilderness. And I love being on a big ice field. It's a challenge. It's beautiful out there. I was trying to show off, and you notice I fell down, too.
He doesn't mind falling down, it's falling in he wants to avoid.
I don't like cold baths in the wintertime.
As Charlie makes his way back, he revels in his accomplishment.
But you notice that the thousands of skaters that you have in Louisville, only Charlie Fort seems to be out on the Ohio River.
He hopes he remains the only one to skate the Ohio. He admits it's not safe, but since he was prepared and stayed dry, chalk up another conquered frontier for Charlie Fort.
Well, for most of us, the ice and snow have been major hassles, and more than a few of us are getting crabby about the inconveniences. Then there's Jeff Wilson. His art imitates our lives. Ice and snow everywhere we go, especially on the cars.
I decided to knock the icicles off the house and just decided to have a little fun with it. Everyone's mad about the weather, depressed about it. I'm a happy guy.
This happy guy from St. Matthews even got the icicles from his neighbors' homes to decorate the car that his friends call a boat.
So does it do okay? Oh, I've got 400 pounds of sand in the back. Haven't been stuck yet. Knock on wood. Or I guess I should say, knock on ice.
And until the sun melts it away, Jeff and his car art will be turning heads wherever they travel.